you said dating these days as opposed to when precisely? Because being 19, I don't suspect you've been dating all that long.
No, I don't mean in my own personal life. I mean like
back in the 90s.
Yeah,
when it was
like
dope.
when it was like you pull up to the front door, you shake your mom's hand, you like open the car door, like old-fashioned shit.
And that's nice,
Old-fashioned?
right?
Yeah, I love it.
Wait,
But guys don't do it that much.
No, but girls don't either. The world's changed. It's not just.
But you
it's
can.
not-
There are still guys who would do it.
And I was with one. I know.
Wait, do the other women at the table concur with that? Do you feel like, wouldn't that be nice if the men were a bit more chivalrous and traditional?
I just find it respectful.
Cindy?
Like if you can shake my
I
mom's
know you're
hand, I'm
zoned
like
out,
I have
Cindy,
respect.
looking at yourself in the monitor there, but would you like guys to be chivalrous and traditional and get you flowers, open the car door, pay for dinners?
Yeah, I would love that.
Love
Like,
it.
Yeah.
give me flowers.
Naomi, what about you?
Yeah, I feel like you're going to say like, oh, but like you're not traditional, so you don't deserve that. So.
Well done. Well done, Naomi.
No, it's
Sure.
all right. You can still deserve that
That's
just
okay,
by virtue of being a woman.
Thank you.
Whoa.
Do you believe that? Or you,
Seriously.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why did you say whoa, whoa, whoa?
Yeah, pump the brake. I don't know about that one, Michael.
Yeah, totally. Because it's like,
Thank you,
that's,
Michael.
That's what chivalry's about, right?
Thank you.
That's now we hate gender roles. We pretend that they're really bad, but no, it's good. It's good. You live up to your role and your station. You're a woman, so you open the door for you. Right?
Yep.
But Michael, don't you? And Matt Walsh actually had a great, and he kind of got dragged a little bit for this, but Matt Walsh has spoken on this a little bit, and I find that I agree with him. In order to have an expectation of traditional treatment from men, women must also conduct themselves in a traditional way.
Look, that's better, but a marriage is a symbol of the relationship of Christ's love for his church, and we don't deserve the love of Christ, but he gives it to us anyway. So, it would be hypocritical and quite backward to say, well, but in the symbol of this great love, we expect more of women than we ourselves give to our God.
Michael.
Yeah,
Good job, Michael. Come on.
If I may,
Good
just
job,
I would like to respond to that.
Oh God.
It's not, you said expecting more of women, but I think it's it's a much smaller ask for men, for example, to pay for first dates than it is for us men to ask women to not have nude photographs on the internet.
Sure, but I guess, I'm agreeing with you that the world works better when people are more virtuous and holy, but often we're not. And so if you view, as I do, as is the kind of traditional Christian view, that marriage is a symbol of Christ's love for his church, then I think you're just giving people way too much credit here. The people are evil and do terrible things all of the time, And so, you're right. Yes, women shouldn't be posting these things, and it's bad and it hurts, but that doesn't change.
That's your opinion, but I still agree with everything else you're saying.
Thank you. It is my opinion, and I'm glad you agree with me. The man still has his responsibility. If you're going to view the sexual relations that way, that's the traditional view. It's the Christian view. These days, a lot of people don't subscribe to those things, but I think they should. And you should too, Brian.
Yeah, Brian.
I guess my issue is, again, just this sort of unilateral, one-directional expectation of adherence to traditional gender roles.
No, there is an expectation that women would behave in a good way too, just as there's an expectation that the church behaves in a good way. But
sure.
But it's not a deal breaker, I guess is what I'm saying. The man still has an obligation to act like a man, even if the woman is making some mistakes.
Do you think
But
that
not
an
act like a man,
OnlyFans girl
to quote.
cannot cook and clean and take care of children?
Are you asking me or him?
Him.
Being an OnlyFans girl does not preclude you from being able to engage in the labor of cooking and cleaning. No.
Yeah, it's not good for the kids.
But
right.
it could, for example, have an impact. There's a potential impact on the children with, bullying, for example. But
Fuck them kids.
And why did the kids?
That attitude would also not be great for a mother.
Why would the kids? You're saying that her kids would get bullied later on from
preteen
other
boys
kids?
are the most fucking brutal.
Yeah.
Okay, but by that
That's what
point, by the time you're a preteen, then you can have a conversation with your kid about, this is why I did what I did. You're gonna hear stuff about it. This is how you go by responding to it.
No, look, life
Sure.
goes on. You can, there's redemption and repentance and everything. But is going to be a little rough.
I think-
It's still a bad thing, you know.
I understand.
I don't know. Maybe
not.
I'm out of left field on this one. I would prefer if my future wife didn't have photos and videos of her having sexual intercourse with other men
I
on
don't.
the internet.
And that's cool. That's
I don't know
just
if
your-
I don't
if
believe that.
that's toxic.
your opinion.
I
That's
don't know
not-
if that's
that's fine.
toxic. I just prefer.
It's not toxic. That's your own
I just prefer.
Bobby
you know,
Farina donated
just saying.
$200.
Just throwing it out.
Michael, what
Oh,
does the
thank you,
road
Bobby.
to redemption look like for these women who are going from being paid for to being a 35-year-old mother of 2 and married to a high-value
Yeah,
male?
what's
high
the
value
road?
man.
A high value man, a
What does the road-
HVM.
HVM.
Not a trick. Not a trick. What do you do? Well, look, a gal wrote into me one time and said, Michael, I'm listening to your show and I do OnlyFans, and I just found out that a member of my family, an uncle or something, is subscribed to my OnlyFans, and I don't know what to do about it, and should I write in, whatever. And I said, okay, first thing you do, stop doing OnlyFans. That would be the very first thing I would recommend doing. Second thing, I don't know if you want to rat your uncle out. I don't know if it's like a fake name or something. Maybe it's another guy with the guy. I don't know. But the very first thing that I would recommend doing is stop that. You know, it's like if you're going down the road and you're going down the wrong road, then the very first thing you got to do is stop walking and like turn around and go in a different direction. And it's easier.
Why
for
is
some
he? Why is he like subscribed though? Like that's.
Why is it not?
Oh, that
your
guy, because
uncle's
he's a
fault?
total
Yeah.
like degenerate, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, so
But-
that's
but-
on him.
Yeah,
It's on
that's
right.
on the
yeah,
uncle.
The only thing
That's on the
she-
uncle.
Right. The only thing she can control
But-
is this bad thing that she's doing.
Well,
you're
she can
not.
prevent
You're
his
not recognizing
access.
the real issue is
She could
that
also do that, but it doesn't solve the
her
problem.
uncle is
Right.
having this fantasy about someone that
Someone
he's
in
related
his
to. That's the
family.
real
Yeah, it's
problem.
Yeah,
completely
that's the
disgusting.
problem.
So I feel like
But is that really
It doesn't
yes,
matter.
that's a problem. That's a consequent problem, and it could be
if she
dealt with.
does OnlyFans, it's just like at the end of the
But-
day, even if she doesn't have OnlyFans, he's still
But to
going
the question,
be.
to the question that was asked, the question is, how do you go from you're doing OnlyFans to marrying the 35-year-old millionaire and getting kids and everything? And the blunt answer is the very first thing you do is stop. But the very first thing you do actually is go to church as much as you want to, and like once a month is a good start. And then that kind of starts to change your mind. And then at a certain point, the next thing you do is you stop doing OnlyFans and you just do anything else. And I don't know what it is.
I believe in God, even though I partake.
I
in
believe
Yeah,
in
of
like,
course.
God.
Many
Yeah.
such
I believe in
cases.
God.
Many such. So,
And-
but it's very even when one changes one's mind, it's a little more difficult to change behavior. So the very first thing you got to do is just stop doing the thing that seems to be causing the problem. And we have some disagreement, but some agreement about whether or not this is like problematic behavior that is causing you to not quite get to the 35-year-old millionaire with 2 kids stage. And so you do that, and then you take the next step in front of you. So the next step might be some other job. The next step might be meeting guys at places
What
where you
if we
find
can
better
do
guys.
both? What if we can have an OnlyFans and then we can still meet the person we're supposed to end up with and still end up with the 2 kids and still end up with the house and the life and still have had this time in our 20s?
Right.
I think that's what
It's
makes
not-
people mad is we
Like,
why
we
do I have
can
to
have our cake
choose
and eat it too.
our
like,
job?
Yeah,
because you-
literally.
having
People
because
get
you,
mad.
because you can't
Because
the
we
expression you
can.
just used. No, but like the expression you just used, why can't I have my cake and eat it too, describes an impossibility. Because if you eat your cake, you can't still have your cake. So you might have unwittingly used that phrase, but what you're describing is something that's mutually contradictory. Because the guy who look, maybe you can find
No,
some
I'm
rich
saying
degen,
how I
you know.
worded it is they're pissed that we can.
But
okay,
but
like, whatever
with the
the term-
phrase, it's literally impossible to do that. You can't. You
Okay,
can't
wait.
eat your cake
Regardless,
and have
regardless
it
of
too,
the
right?
phrase, regardless of the phrase, what if it went down exactly how I said? We still had our 20s. We still had this time to do what we're doing right now. And we still end up with the person we're supposed to, married, kids, whatever.
I'm not saying it's not possible.
It's very possible.
But it seems pretty unlikely, and I think we would all agree with that.